People who tried. Hey, it's Alex. Man. Okay. Yeah, just some stuff happening today. The snow melted on Earth. I went outside, and already today it's been fairly interesting. I watched a couple videos on the EINS 2019 conference. I purchased it a little bit ways back. There's about 39 days left to watch those videos, and I wanted to watch it. And I know there's some people who wanted an emphasis in regards to defense, but this time I wanted to try something a little more low key, a little just chill out. There's still defensives. There's already defensives there, and spiritually speaking. I know there's certain kinds who are looking for a little bit extra, but sometimes I feel a little bit like, do I do advocations? Do I not? That's what's been kind of utilized here. It's like if I do an advocation, am I making it worse in regards to not employed here in regards to it's being employed at least some of it a certain kind in regards to some of these videos to a certain degree. But I still do advocations, and it's not. I think there's some who look past and said, listen, he does advocations. There's a natural thing in regards to it. It can be a supporting thing, but it's not, everything. There's already spiritual information in play that's protecting and that sort of stuff. So you tell me which ways to go on it or not. So I felt a certain kind of thing happened when I was watching those videos. I was kind of laid back, and some were kind of going a certain direction on it, and I was going a certain direction too. But there was more than that too. There's been stuff that's happened throughout the day here and there, where upon me going outside in regards to some of the happenings in this office today and past couple days, and even more than that to be true, I stepped on Earth, and well, that was also it. Is watching those videos. There's been certain kind of watching me, certain interaction happening. There's also something that's going to be taking place in a couple days, where I'm going out of town. So there's already that in the wind. I felt a certain kind of deployment and a certain kind of spirit around me that I've noticed, to a certain degree. 2018, it was this golden light kind. 2019, it's a darker, almost can't see it kind. I can see it. It's darker, but different kind. I think. If it's not, then that's scary as hell. And maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have to be. But I don't know. I don't know if they're I don't know if they're bad or good. I don't think they're bad. I think they're. Well, maybe it's more of a. I don't know. More neutral. I don't know. But yeah. So upon standing on Earth for more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. I knew there was going to be certain kind of updates and making contact with Earth. Spirit of Earth, there's a certain thing when you step on Earth. There's a certain kind of spirit watching already, because there's that sort of thing when you make barefoot contact, when you make contact when you have a shoe, like if you're just stepping on the grass, and other kinds too. I mean, you walk on a sandy beach, and there's a certain kind of thing in regards to it as well too. But grass is a big one. A barefoot on grass, big one. Specifically when I hadn't been on Earth. 3, 4, 5. Well, no, a couple months, I think. A month or two. It started snowing just this month, so it might have been actually the last time I stood on it was in October, probably October 2019. It was last month, but updates happening. There has been a lot of sort of like, oh, so that's what's been going on, for freak's sake. All right, yeah, but there's already been that sort of thing anyway too. That's where I've been in contact with certain spirits of Earth in this office. There's a certain kind that is present in a certain manner regarding certain moments. It's not always like you can't like. There's certain spirit like that. You come, chill out for an hour, whatever it is. Depends on sometimes what I speak about, and what kind of things I do. I appreciate those who've been sticking with it. With this process, and the reason I was negative. I am appreciative. I know there's other things happening. Yeah, it's like there's also like, yeah, we didn't leave Alex. We just went to a process alternative that was better. It's like, okay, well, I'm glad you didn't leave me in a certain sense. But hey, people go where they go. There's different processes. There's different things like that. There's that sort of thing. It's like a certain defense team been with me for a little bit, goes somewhere else. There is that sort of thing. You don't know why, because you looked at it and you said, how the hell was this all the truth? I don't know, but when it comes to defense, there is that sort of thing. There's that extra sort of to a certain degree for some of it, and we shouldn't have to worry about that. We talk about the stress of money, and in regards to physical, the stress of money is a big one. It's probably one of the biggest ones. Physical Earth-based, that is one of the biggest ones. And I'm talking about physical Earth-based here, good sir. Get out. Shoo. All right, well, that is correct. Shoo. Get out of here. Why are you here? All right, fine. That is how I always felt about it. Like, this is the case of this. Hey, original light. Oh, no. You know, what about that? Yeah, we talk about, like, space, and all of a sudden getting a shoehorned all the way up. When we talk about original light, like, I mean, well, okay, all right, you don't know what. So some bub high up in light existence is like, it's not going to talk about the original light again. And they're going to come around, oh, for freak's sake. I'm like, it's decent to a certain degree, but you know what I mean. All right, fine. Either way, I look at it the way Meets for Guys indicate. We should be able to talk about space without being shoehorned higher up or some, you know, other sort of spirit come around here. It's just like, you know, get the frig out of here. All right, well, no offense to some of them. All right, fine. And I don't think it works that way for some. Some aren't even allowed in the process because of some of what, just because there's a certain kind of you know, process management to a certain extent. And hey, I and others from guys are asking for the resources that means for guys needed to go towards process management. That means guys need the women just needed. Okay, fine. That's a good one. Anyway, I don't mean to be upsetting about it, but it's one of those things where um, you don't know why. Because that's what they're going to say here, but that's never what's going to happen. You don't know why. There's been screw-ups at times. I'm fairly certain. And if there's not, then... Because that's what this guy said. He said this before you went outside, didn't he? And is it true? I find that to be offensive. Good sir. In the ways that means Spirit Guides indicate, you know what I'm talking about. Well, there's different kinds they can unhook and that sort of thing. That's the thing of it. Yeah, well, I still find it to be upsetting in a certain manner. I know how I feel about it. Well, okay, you don't know why. There's just people like you have to experience the whole thing. You don't understand. You don't seem to get it because there's people and they throw that on top of it. Heck no. Well, okay, fine. Well, okay, you don't listen to that at all because what if there was a higher spirit that said if you don't know, there's ways to go around that to a certain extent. Well, all right, fine. Yes, there is. For some of it, because you talk like you know it. It's guesswork that's truth in regards to some of it. This is the truth. Some of it's guesswork, and some of it's truth. All right, fine. Some of it's guesswork. Well, I'm being honest. You are being honest. That is correct. So yeah, you know, just like some really big updates happening, some really some exchanges. One of the big things I did was I advocated. I said I and others for guides are exchanging what Women Spirit Guides indicated in regards to this market fishing section on Spirit Guides for what Women Spirit Guides requested in regards to this market fishing section on Women Spirit Guides, Women Spirit Guides indicated. I said that once in my office during a pivotal moment. I said that in my living room during a pivotal moment. I said that outside during pivotal moment, and then I said it again during pivotal moment on a recording of physical content experience that's going to be thrown online. So I feel like, you know, because I started noticing that this sort of like heightened stuff, like all of a sudden your power level is just, you know, and it's just like, you know, I'd rather have a baseline in the ways of these Spirit Guides indicating it's just, you know, all right, that's some of it. All right, okay, correct. That was the thing I was. You don't know why that, because the baseline is powerful. That is, that would be in a certain manner. All right, fine. And it is in a certain manner. Okay, correct. Well, whatever then. Well, you don't know why they do that. This is the case of this. You don't know why. You know, what about all that sort of thing? Don't talk about that. All right, fine. Lens flare. Anyway, one of the things I did too, as well outside, was clarifications in regards to Jeannie Moncey, Jenla Cronloy, Jennifer Krenla, and Jeannie. No, not Jeannie. Janie Malay information which I was needed. And I think there was something about that needed to be clarified while standing. I said it on Earth in multiple communications. You know, it's one of those things I can do multiple different communications, one of which happens to do with chord areas, one of which happens to do with mind areas, one of it has to do with voice. And all three, there is different spirits that are able to discern you know, each one. Well, specific to each one. You know, certain kind that can only, you know, hear the mind voice, certain kind that can only hear the loud voice, and that sort of thing. But there's ones that can hear all three, and that's the true. Those guys must be like, there must be ones for that, like for like tens and hundreds and thousands of communications, where it's just like this is just like for freak's sake, or that's where I feel like it is already with just one communication. Well, there's a thing on that too. Well, there is. Oh, all right. There is something about it. Yeah. Either way, this is the thing of it. No, this is the thing of it. All right, fine. All right, I mean, he's saying one communication still. Listen to you. All right, fine. That is true. I know this is simplistic in regards to that. And I'm saying probably more communications than what I think in regards to some of it. There is people who do things in our name in regards to ourselves. There is a thing like that. Okay, fine. Whatever. Which is what, an extension in regards to me doing it in a certain manner, depending on, well, pertaining to the ones that that's indicated in regards to myself and others. Anyway, big updates. It was, I could feel like that thing during Earth, something to do with Earth, a certain kind of Earth system in regards to certain processes. Reminds me of 2018. One of the storylines today they were trying to say was bad was the one with the dark eyes, like tinted water almost. The good. It reminds me of Ben that Marine Spirit Guides indicated a certain thing in regards to it, and they were saying that also an old a certain kind of spirit that came around me during Alex James's diary entry contents in 2018. That multiple somehow they were trying to insinuate that they were bad, but I didn't believe it. I was like, no way, no. I don't believe it. All right, well, you don't believe it because you don't. I don't. It's a safeguard. It's not just a safeguard. I don't believe it. I think they're good. All right, fine. You don't know why, because you're looking for it. That's what you're saying. I'm not know if I'm looking for it. You don't know why. I'm not smiling. All right, then fine. You got the wrong. All right. Anyway, because you didn't know who was on you in 2018, though. That was the thing. You guys started employing that, and that's the thing. It did damage. Did it help more than not? Maybe it strengthened certain defenses. It helped me in certain regards, sure, but it kind of felt like it hurt this process to a certain extent. Anyway, I know people don't want to talk about it, so let's just keep moving. All right, fine. And I displayed what Marine Spirit Guides indicated with this movie. It was what Marine Spirit Guides indicated. That should be first. It should be front and center in regards to what I'm doing here. All right, okay, correct. And no other spirit, well, that's it. Because now they want to try to do those argumentative things again, and this process. All right, fine. This process does not want to argue anymore in a certain manner. We defend arguing. We don't think it deserves people getting attacked in a certain manner, but I'm tired of arguing. I don't want my process to be that. I want it to be something different. I want it to be enlightened. I want to go back to that 2017. There's a certain spirit in regards to it. And that's not the best memory to pull on it. That one's better. Those two. One where I was looking at the Lego, it was Lego Star Wars. I watched Lego Star Wars, and there was just this, like, everyone's awesome. Everybody's awesome. Everybody's awesome. I said it to a certain degree. So I thought it was like such a synergy because a couple months before I would say it. I know they're like, oh, some spirit just trying to get you to say it. But I would say that everyone's awesome and amazing. There's a certain spirit in regards to myself pertaining to that. And I know some were trying to insinuate again that spirit was somewhat bad. And I don't know if that's true at all. Okay, fine. Now, look, there's different. As soon as you're in a new life, and especially you don't remember beforehand, I kind of feel a certain way on it. That's why when there's a certain bad spirit kind of pull that thing where it's like, oh, guess what? He's a good spirit now. He doesn't remember what he did before, and then they just attack him, harm him, and there's just everyone's just sitting there kind of like, oh, it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. For freak's sake, do something. There's something like that, and I don't know what to tell you. It's just, Dad? I don't know. Maybe at times. God's at times. Something else at times. I don't know. There's a thing like that. There's something other too. I don't know. There might be. I don't know. Well, original creator is fairly powerful, dude. All right. I mean, that's a huge concept. That's a concept known. I mean, that's the thing of it. The original creator. All right, fine. He was, the one in the beginning. All right, fine. All right, fine. And what I refer to as the original creator is those that Marine Spirit Guides indicated in the original light. myself and others from Innsbruck guys refer to the original creator. I refer to those that Innsbruck guys indicated in the original light. All right, okay, correct. You don't know why Alex isn't. He doesn't hear that for a reason. You don't know what they. Again, that's the thing of it. Okay, all right, fine. You don't know why. It's a certain thing like that. There is. And there is also a certain thing like that. Okay, correct. And you tell me if I'm there. Physically speaking, because you're going with spiritual information. Well, that's some of it. Physically speaking, yeah, I can go there. Where are you? It's a good question. I mean, look at it. You can see it. He knows how it goes. Anyway, all right, that was. And it's not meant to upset. I don't mean to be angering about it, but this is the reason why. You're also destroying something. All right, correct. This is the real true. That's how I felt about it, if that's what's taking place. And again, I do what Innsbruck Guides indicated. They can facilitate for my actions down here. And this is the case, because that is the true. All right. A certain kind doesn't have a certain kind of thing in regards to that, like, oh, well, you're being the bastard. No, I am going with what Innsbruck Guides indicated. So if that wasn't the situation that was unfolding, that was being depicted to me, there would be another reason why I go with what Innsbruck Guides indicated. All right, fine. Anyway, we don't want to be sitting here spinning our wheels on this, like, go with what Innsbruck Guides indicated every 2 seconds, do we? All right, no. Well, that would be why he did that. So now you'd want to say something. All right, well, saying something the way Innsbruck Guides indicated. All right, fine. I know there's women's tour guides are advocating for what women's tour guides shows for us to advocate in regards to market and etc. Women's tour guides pertaining to what women's tour guides need, the women's shows need. Okay, because they're trying to do that sort of thing. And I don't know what to tell you. You know? Remember. Oh, I and others from women's tour guides are advocating for the gifts and presents that women's tour guides need in regards to market and etc. Women's guides to go where women's guides need, the way women's guides need. Okay, fine. Good for you. Except that if it's that, then that's the thing of it. Well, go where Innsbruck Guides indicate. Talking about the presence that major has me in the way. This is the thing of this. Okay, fine. That's why. Yeah. I don't know why. Because that was also it. There were things like that. You looked at something. There's a spirit that chimed in once in regards to it. Like we need like an update on friendship or something. We need to have something in a certain. And yeah, I don't know. But I don't know, like spiritually, there's a lot of other things we can pull from. Anyway, well, that's also what we said. We don't have anything to do with this. That is what we said. I'm not being people who needs for God's negative regard. There's people who go that way. Those video game spirits that Ninja need should have like access to this place. The reason Ninja need. There was. You'll see why it is that it went this way. So it's another thing on the gun. Well, you'll see. There is. There's video game spirits that do. They do, Alex. They have access to this place. It's just they don't think, yeah, that's, the interaction is what you're talking about. Yeah, I know there's certain guys are obviously for the XP that makes guys need to give it towards those that makes guys need, what makes guys need. Also advocate for a skill tree modifications that makes guys need in regards to the ones that makes guys need, what makes guys need. Okay, fine. There is skill tree points, but the points for the points and that sort of thing. First ones are so advanced, Alex. You'll see it. Like, no, oh yes, in regards to what Innsbruck Guides indicated. All right, then fine. I say yes to what Innsbruck Guides indicated. All right, then that's how you feel about it. Yeah, because that's what they want you to give up. When we give up what? There is a thing like that. You would put an emphasis on it. But that was always the difference, though, good sir. Which ones are you talking about? All right, you know why. There's a difference. And it's that difference. It is. Every time. You don't want to talk about this one. Trust me. All right. I'm going for adjustment. Someone else can explain it anyway. There is a spirit in regards to yourself that wants to move on. That's been wanting to move on. Yep. I hear it. Oh, all right, fine. You don't know why. Because it used to hold weight. And they did. They chinsed it, Alex. You'll see what it is, and you'll be like, what is this? Yeah, you don't know why it works that way. Because when you get to the down, nut, and gritty on it looks a certain way. All right, fine. Yeah, I got away with that. Or somebody did. Somebody did. What exactly is that? They're talking about like a way, like if I was to say, like, yeah, you know what? There is a spirit of myself that wants to move on. I might join it. And it's just like, oh my God, grab me. Alex, said that. Oh my God. This is higher God, and he chooses a certain move. It's like, no, oh my God. Well, okay, yeah, see, it's a reaction. It's an exclaiming when I said no, no. See, they're not even letting me say it properly. Come on. All right, fine. You don't know why. Guys, there's spirit who understand, and there's some people who don't. They're like, you're kind of weird and strange. There's kind of those people. Well, I know there's moments where guys, I don't have a memory in regards to those, and these guys need to wear the dress. That's all I feel about it. Okay, fine. I don't know why, because you get to say that. Well, I don't know. It might have helped me, though, with some of the memory stuff. That's the case. Alrighty, then, yeah. Except you don't even, like, seriously. Alright, fine. I'm going with it, because you guys need it. Just going to go through it? Maybe. Depends on what it is. If you're talking about my physical memory, this is being recorded too, good sir. You don't think this is being recorded? What I experienced physically in this is being recorded. And the ways and means for God's indicated. All right, fine. You don't hear any of that. I mean, was something insinuated? No, God, no. Freaking hell. I can't afford it. I need to remember what happened in this life. That's the case. That's what they said. You don't know why. But it's still recorded too. So which one is it? That's why. That's what they're saying here. You don't know why. I know there's moments where guys are hoping for the best possible information that needs for guys to get in the rest of our education section. No, it's weird. I shake my head and do this when I'm doing energy placement. I don't need to. Works too. All right, fine. Well, that is correct. You know why? Because somebody needs to see the action. It helps. There is a thing like that. I'm doing energy placements when I'm doing that. It's like a head area thing. Believing, it's going up. Belief coming up from the head area. It's not just belief. In this instance, I'm actually doing hope. It wasn't belief, but hope. Hope's another one. You doing hope. Hope. All right, so that was the case. So you're in the wrong area, Bob. You're right, then fine. That is how he felt about it, sort of. It's the caseless. He's trying to attack anybody. Hope to a certain extent. You should not. You don't know why, because they come around here and said that. That was caseless. No, it kind of was. Didn't it feel that way? I think so. All right, fine. You don't know why. That's what they said. You don't know why. I'm going to just me. You know why. Anyway, like, doing research as you run this market, intentional just Anyway, you know what? That movie is so cool. Real true. That's what they say. For all people to feel that way. Look, people are awesome. Look, who did you want to be? What life did you want? No, what life did you want? Who did you want to be? So you are. For what's acceptable, cross-reference means for guides indicated. All right, then fine. Yeah, that was it. That's the case. You want to look like Superman? It can be, it is. So, all right, fine. Well, all right, it just may not look that way in certain dimensional existences. Guess what? I look at the mirror, I'm like, okay, Superman got fat and he's losing his hair. Right, that's pretty much it. Well, that would be correct. Superman got fat, huh? Well, and not so, because I know the secret. And the secret says that maybe I look that way. I have felt certain kind of things behind the scenes where they're shaping me, where I feel skinny, where I don't feel just that. And I just ask everyone, why does it always have to be that? Why do people have to remain something that they don't want to be? And then someone's like, "Oh, you're saving a bunch of people." It's like, yeah, we'll just save them. I mean, this is the case in this. Like, it's the real truth. Just save them already. All right, I think it's the same thing. We shouldn't have to compromise what we look like and what we want. No, we shouldn't have to compromise what we look like. Because if in the dimensional existences they can shape us into anything we want, and we end up being like what? Superman, end up looking like a god, like someone hot and amazing and sexy, and for what's acceptable given context. That's everything that says, hey, all of a sudden you can't be that. That is encroaching upon what you want to look like to a certain extent. And those that don't consent to that, that's the difference. All right, yeah, that would be why. You don't know why, because those guys are. We haven't been that. This is the case of this. This is what we turn into. See? So what are we supposed to do then? Because I have taken that line along. All right, correct. So what are we supposed to do then? Well, you're supposed to figure that out, because just save them. That is the case of this. All right, then fine. I'm not smiling. It's not funny. There's a bunch of spirits in pain, suffering over in some area. A bunch of spirits that are lost. A bunch of spirits that don't know what the heck's going on. And somehow, if somebody can look fat and other dimensional, that it's just a bunch of people just all of a sudden it's just a bunch of spirits saved. It's great. I'm glad. But you know what? There's also a living your life sort of stuff. So why can't you just save them? Save them every damn day. Save them. Amen. Amen. Wasn't that the original amen? Wouldn't it ever be if it ever was? All right, fine. Wouldn't it ever be if it ever was? Wouldn't it ever be? It would. Amen. For freak's sake. Amen. Well, whatever. No, it is not, Alex. God, you had to be that spirit. I'm glad. People appreciate you. This is the case of this. Right. This is the real truth. No, that's not what it means. Raw. Oh, man. Well, there it is, Alex. It's perfect. Well, that was what you said. You know why. That's how you felt about it. You don't know why. Because that's why. That's what you'd say. You'd be like, this is the rubbish of it. You don't even pick good moments. That's what you're being depicted to me. All right, fine. You don't know why it is. Well, that is. That would be correct. This is the case of this. So someone's going to pick a good moment next time, Alex. We're going to double down on it. Except that's just a crap maneuver to try to hide those economics for some hurt down the road when I say some stupid bonehead comment. And the bonehead comment ain't enough if it's considered a bonehead comment. It needs to be something more than that. Substantially more than that. More than that. Yeah, that is correct. Now that's a boneheaded comment to say. That's correct. And that ain't enough. All right, yeah. Anyway. Good times. It was really good. I stood on Earth. I felt great. I felt good. Guys, you'll look at it, you'll see what it is, Alex, and you're just going to be like, how the frig are you all here? What is this doing? What are you doing here? That is what you wanted to say. And you don't know why. There's supposed to be certain spirits that are gone away. They're not supposed to be here. Not in this process. And that's it. Was it one of those? No, that's different. That is different, eh, Alex? He got it, sort of. He got it. What is the case of it? Well, that would be why. He knows what that is. You should understand it, though, Alex. You know what it is. You wanted it to be the first one. That is a real trick. Oh! Yeah! This is a let know that earlier on, when they told me that certain spirits were in this process, but far, far away, in a certain, far, far away kind of stuff. Some of it might have been, that sort of kind in original light. Sometimes, stepping way, way far away, but he's, looking still at this process of what's going on with it. That sort of, but in a certain kind. And they said that when I closed my eyes, when I woke up, that if I close my eyes again, it readjusts this sort of lens that they put on my eyes area. That had to do with a certain kind of scope, a certain kind of spiritual scope and sight. And then when I close my eyes, all of a sudden the scope changes to reflect a certain kind of, it seemed almost like the lens got a little bit bigger, or the sight changed, the certain kind of distance and that sort of thing. And they were kind of insinuating there was a certain kind of weapon. And, all right, that wasn't true. In regards to what these guys needed, but it was a weapon to defend, is what they were saying, and that is the case. That is the case. If it had anything to do with that night, then yeah. That's not. You need to give me more to be able to defend myself, good sir. That is not enough. No, well, unless I own one of those, then maybe it is. But I don't like this discussion because it scares me, and this is just to scare a bunch of spirits away. This is always what it's utilized as. It scares people away for a reason. It's always what you do. You need to be scared away. You need to be scared not to be here any longer with the damage that you've done. With the damage that not with the damage that you've done. Just with the damage that you've done, you need to be the ones that need to be getting away from here. Not the good spirit. Because this is the true. Yeah, that is the case of it. You know what? That was the true. Alex went like, that was the scariest of all. Listen to it. That's not scary for some. But it does. It works. It's got some long reach, don't it? For hey, Alex, it was the best thing you ever said. Not meant that way. It's not meant that way. That didn't work. Okay. All right. Well, pity the fool. Pity the fool. That is the case. That's what they said. Since you stood on Earth. How does it work that way? Because there's somebody on Earth, Alex. Long live the Guardians of Earth, man. For Christ's sake. I appreciate what Mainspur Guide's indicated. The Guardians of Space, well, inadvertently, for some of it. Well, so yeah, well, there's space spirits that make us need the areas that make us need, and there's space spirits that are, in certain areas. I think there's a certain way to do it. I've seen a certain thing. Yeah. That's one of the topics of discussion right now. It's a big one, Alex. You didn't realize how big that was, so what does that mean? Yeah, I know it's in the peripheral, so I'll talk about it eventually. You're supposed to talk about it on these videos. This is the case list. You don't know why. I've talked about it on my diary entry videos already. He has. Well, this is in my diary entry video. It's a personal video, but I've done a let know in regards to it, written in diary entry form and on diary entry content. A certain kind of, I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't know any problem. They brought that stupid day up. They brought that day up. Well, that was the case of this, Alex. It might not have had that to do with that day. It might not have. And this is the case of this. I can't fully remember. All right, fine. Anyway, I said it the way Mainspur Guide's needed, and I didn't mean to think on the memory at all to a certain extent because I didn't want to bring it up because it scared people. It scared me. I felt like I was like, okay, well, this is it. Like, I don't know anything else to do. Like, this is the truth. Well, you don't know why then. You don't know why it works this way. Alex, this was the case of this. Alex says the next time that comes around, see, that's why. That's what we're saying here, Alex. That's what we said. You don't know why. I should have stepped on Earth that night. But that would have been the best thing you would have ever done. It would have been the best thing you would have ever done. Like, this is the case of this. That is how I feel about it. That was the case. Because you did something. It's been. I'm advocating for compensation and recompense, as well as what Mainspur Guide's indicated in regards to those that Mainspur Guide's needed pertaining to the dimensional existences that Mainspur Guide's needed. The way Mainspur Guide's needed. Light, doing what Mainspur Guide's needed regarding, setting that Mainspur Guide's needed, doing what Mainspur Guide's needed regarding, and names and terms that Mainspur Guide's and what we need to utilize in regards to smart communication, etc. When you guys do what Mainspur Guide's needed regarding, the way Mainspur Guide's needed. That's how we felt about it. You know, I mean, that's that'd be why. That is enough. Okay. That's how I felt. That for that, yeah. Yeah, sort of, yeah. That's kind of how I feel about it. All right, well then fine. You don't know why. Because that was the case list. That's what they say. Imagine for content experience deployments. Where Mainspur Guide's needed, where Mainspur Guide's needed. Remember content deployments. Where Mainspur Guide's needed, where Mainspur Guide's needed. I know there's Mainspur Guides are with the disclaimers that Mainspur Guide's needed in regards to what Mainspur Guide's needed to be displayed. Where Mainspur Guide's needed, where Mainspur Guide's needed. You don't know why. That would be the best thing you ever do. This is the case list. Don't ever think about that again.